So it's a known thing in esoteric spirituality, which is hidden spirituality, that ritual creates reality. So today, if you still have your Christmas tree, I invite you, if you would like, to perform some kind of closing ritual with what we've just been through. We've brought a tree into our homes, we've gathered around it, we've put decorations and lights on it. It's brought us together, so it's altered the mundane. Ritual is often an alteration of the mundane. And there's a power to ritual, right? So we might not realize it, but something happens on a deep subterranean level of consciousness when we go through ritual. And this ritual has been turned into something consumeristic, right? We put gifts under the tree, which is beautiful. It's nice to give each other presents, but if it's only about, here's your present that I purchased with money, chuck away the tree, then we are reinforcing the reality of capitalism and consumerism. Also, if this tree is about the birth of somebody who was going to be blood sacrificed, which is a Moloch ritual, we are reinforcing the idea of a violent God who has no mother. So for me, as a mother devotee, the great Sophia, the Holy Spirit, I'm bringing myself to these spaces because I love Christmas and it has a deep meaning for me, but I would like to bring the wisdom of Sophia and these old ritual practices and intentions back to the tree and what this originally meant, and perform a ritual with my great mother, my loving mother, in a way that will sustain me and shift my reality and the consensus reality into something that I believe is more loving and communal. So yeah, what I suggest, if you still have your tree, and even if you don't, it's just a nice time to close out Christmas. And you might have seen my sermon on the Great Mother and the World Tree and what Christmas is really about. So if you like, you can check that out if you want to get some more context. But those balls that we put on the tree, right? For me, that's the fruits of the Spirit. It's the fruits of what has opened in us over this cycle that the mother has taken us through, like a mother growing us, like little babies. And we have our little tantrums and we have difficulties in life, but the difficulties always birth a fruit. I was saying in fellowship the other night that one side of the fruit is a fruit, the other side is a skull or decay. The fruit comes through some kind of pain or difficulty, right? It's earned. And so I wrote the fruits that she's given me, levels of acceptance, clarity, certain gifts of the Spirit the Mother has given me. I've written on ribbons and tied to the tree. And I've also written on ribbons and tied to the tree what I hope to gain, what fruits I hope to harvest next time. Spiritual fruits and physical fruits. Right? Because this is all about the mother who provides in me, who births an abundant spirit of understanding in me and my physical life. So I've written these things on the tree and I've tied them to her, and she's drying out nicely, right? And I've written her a letter as well. I will keep this in my Christmas box and I'll read this next year. I'm thanking her for everything she's shown me this year, everything she's revealed to me this year, as we're still we're in 2025, but kind of really coming to an end of it in March. And it's also asking her for things for this next cycle, new fruits of the Spirit and new physical things that I feel are opening in me. And so I look forward to reading it next year at Christmas time, right? Because it's a time to be with her. It's a time to honor Earth and the Mother and the Goddess for everything that she does for us. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to burn her with incense and do my own ritual. And this is the thing about ritual that I love, is that, I love doing very old ancient rituals at the Indian temple that I go to. And there's certain things involved. The elements are all there: fire, water, earth, incense, ghee. So it's nice to bring the elements into it. But the beauty about ritual is that as long as your intention is there, it's very childlike. Like, how a kid, we were kids and we'd play and we'd pick this up. We'd be like, this is my sword. And my sword will cut through that great wall over there. And this is gold. And, so whatever we bring our intention to, you don't have to do anything perfect. And I love that about the mother. There's no sanctimony in ritual with her. I'm not in the best mood today, but I'm just going to move through the space and do the ritual. And I don't have to be performative. I don't have to be in the purest holy space to do it. And my ritual can play out in whatever feels meaningful to me. If a stone feels meaningful, if I give that stone meaning, it is meaningful. Right? So this is the beauty of ritual and working with the mother. So I invite you, if you want to do a closing ritual with the goddess, and close Christmas in a way that honors her. And I think the original intention of Christmas and the tree, instead of reinforcing a ritual of capitalism and blood sacrifice, essentially, a violent God who needs an innocent child to be born and then sacrificed, so that's my invitation. If you feel like doing some kind of ritual and closing it out and preparing for this next cycle that's about to open. And one thing I also want to say is I read a while back, I was reading a book, I think it was called The Hiram Key. And in the first chapter, this man was he was being an apologist for Freemasons, right? And he was saying, it's just, he went through his first few levels and it was just a spot of fun. They just put on some outfits, walked around and said some funny words, and it was all just a bit of pageantry, just a little bit of theater, no harm in it, just a bit of lols, right? And I was like, dude, you are literally revealing yourself to be quite ignorant, because what you've just explained to me is a ritual incantation. So theater used to be ritual. Theater is ritual. So when we move our bodies around in life and we bring our intention to something and we say some words and we write things down and we light a fire and we do whatever feels natural, we are making a ritual, and ritual births reality, because the mother's consciousness is the liberating energy. The earth's energy is the liberating energy based in the root and the sacrum, right? And it comes up through the system. And then consciousness, star mother, virgin mother meets earth mother. Consciousness comes down to meet the liberating energy and alchemize at the heart, right? And our solar plexus, the place of will and intention, is where that liberating energy comes up. It's just like energy. Here's some energy. What will you put on that energy? And ritual is what we put on the energy of life. So there's the energy, and the ritual brings form to the energy to coalesce into reality. So if we are blindly kind of doing rituals and not aware of it, like maybe just consumerist Christmas, or even going to work each day is a ritual, and the things you eat each day and the way you move through reality each day is a ritual reinforcing reality. So I think it's important for me to reclaim these indigenous Christian rituals and put the healthy, wholesome, communal intention of the loving goddess back onto them, right? And so that we can all coalesce reality in a new, healthier, more holistic way. So that's my spiel about rituals. But if you feel like it, share it with me. I'd love to see Christmas rituals. Sending love.